Hello, hello, hello.
Hola, amigos. What's happening, everybody? Hope you're having a good night.
Happy Wednesday.
Wednesday. It's hump day.
Hump day.
Different kind of hump day.
Why?
You're under the weather.
I am.
You're a little bit under the weather tonight.
Yeah. Can't figure out if it's allergies
weather
or cold.
Like literally the weather, not just
know.
under the weather, but it's.
I don't know. We have had a lot of barometric pressure changes.
It has, and it's been bothering my ears a little bit. I don't know.
I don't know.
How you
I don't
feeling
have a
right
fever.
now? How you feeling right now?
I just popped some more Tylenol, so I should probably be well in about 15 minutes. Plus, I decided I was gonna. Yeah. Whiskey cures what ails you, so I figured I'd have a glass of whiskey.
Little glass of whiskey tonight. Chris, Ruben,
what are they?
What's going on? Hope you guys are having a good night. Yeah, so it's one of those
Ruben wants
Wednesdays.
To know Cleavage Wednesday now.
It kind of is becoming, and I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah, no.
Sell the show, baby. Sell this.
Is that better?
No, stop.
Doesn't matter. I'll start moving anyways, and it'll move however it wants to.
I don't think that's what he's asking for.
Yeah, I might be embarrassing him.
Cover that up, honey.
I might be embarrassing him.
Durka.
Burka shakala.
You know what I mean? Eric, what's going on? How are you doing? Sex dungeons, exactly. Wait till you hear the first two stories.
So yeah, just
one's really graphic and one is just like a good Samaritan.
Oh, okay.
Right? And you're just like, this is the bro you're gonna want to have around forever.
Okay.
So just hang in there for a little bit. Yep. Hot dogs and sex dungeons. Is on the agenda tonight. Lloyd, what's going on? Lloyd said hot dog, we bought a sex dungeon. Now we are talking.
Hot dog, we bought a sex dungeon?
Is that how it goes?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Sorry. I didn't have the right inflection there.
Yeah. He should have put an exclamation mark after the hot
dog.
Hot dog.
We bought a sex dungeon.
We bought a sex dungeon.
New show coming.
Sex dungeon, daddy.
New podcast coming.
They already have a show like that on Netflix. How to Build a Sex Room.
Well, but it's not a podcast.
No. I don't know.
I think that's just YouPorn. Then that's a different channel altogether.
No. I haven't watched it yet. I should probably check it out.
Scroll through, you're like, what the fuck is that thing? You know what I mean? So, hey, welcome to The Bar is Open with Beth and Greg. I'm Greg, and that's...
Hey, Davey.
That would be Beth.
I'm Beth. Sorry. I said, hey, Davey, right when I was supposed to say, I'm Beth.
It's all.
Again.
She's a little under the weather.
I feel like I have to sneeze. I know.
You can check us out on The Bar is Open with Beth and Greg Instagram, on Facebook if you like to watch out on there. You can check us out on iTunes and Spotify and iHeartRadio and all the places. You can find everything out there. So check it out. Do that for us. Give us a review if you don't mind. That'd be awesome. Give us a little on Spotify. Hit the 5-star. Even if you just fast forward through it, hit the 5-star. Still counts.
Do you have to do that every show or just one time?
Twice. 2 shows. You have to go through 2 shows.
See, I don't think we've ever.
And I've done it for multiple shows that I watch live on YouTube.
Right.
And I know they stream on Spotify. And Spotify, you don't leave a review. Spotify, you just literally do the 5-star, and you can literally just go out. I think I just said literally 14 times in a row. You can just go out and fast forward. It counts it as a review or as a view.
Okay.
Get the next one, fast forward it, and then you can go in and give your
rate that
review
one
of it.
Okay. Very
of
cool.
The channel. So yeah, absolutely check it out. Lloyd, thank you. Chris, what's up?
I don't know, Chris.
You guys
that's probably a great
night.
question.
What's up?
He was playing at Floors this weekend, and I said,
don't
I
know.
don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I haven't looked it up in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've been out there. Last person we saw was what the fuck is his name? Yeah, that guy. I don't know. It is so humid here.
Aaron Lewis.
Yeah.
Jeez, took me a second.
Been a while. It's so humid here.
Funny that I did that without even realizing I was doing it.
It's like my eyeballs. I just brought the dogs outside, and I was like, my eyeballs just fogged up. I swear to God.
Which only happens to people who wear glasses. For those of you that don't know,
I think our internet may be a little unstable. Looks like it's shaking a little bit there. So
is it?
Can't do anything about that. Whatever. Cheers to y'all. Beth's gonna do a Coke cheers. Then I'm gonna get her a little bit of whiskey. We're gonna kick this night off.
We are.
Beth needs a little something to help her weather the storm.
Yeah. Isn't whiskey supposed to be good for you when you're sick? And then I was thinking, is it starve a cold and feed a fever?
You don't really want to ask me. All I know is
true.
You know, I just remember the old commercial with the dude that like hands a sub sandwich over the counter, right? And he's like, "You need to feed a cold." And it's the NyQuil commercial. And I'm like, that I have no idea by that motto. Like, I'll eat that sandwich every day, right? So
yeah, I don't know which one it is, but
so at the top of the show, the Castro Files, we dropped that on Sunday.
We did.
I don't know what happened. It's just jumping.
It's got a lot of views.
A lot of views, and it's awesome. And thank you. And we've got an extra 20 folks that have signed up for the channel because of that. And we are 20 plus, I think, at this point.
You guys haven't had a chance to go check it out. It's only about what, an hour and 5 minutes?
55 minutes.
55 minutes. Oh, backwards. And it's 2 great, cool stories.
Yeah.
We so each tell one.
Kind of creepy stories. Both
of these were true stories too. Yeah. Both of these were true stories.
So go check it out if you don't mind.
Chris says I'm one of the new 20 votes.
All right, nice.
Vatos. Sorry.
Awesome.
Yes, Chris, and we love having you.
So You're fun. Absolutely. So I think the goal is we're gonna record those new ones on Saturday
and drop them on
premiere them on Sunday so that we can have a Sunday.
I still think Monday's better, but okay.
I don't know.
We'll
either. Figure it out. It's only that was our first one, and it's hitting pretty good for comparatively.
You're right. Don't fix if it ain't broke, kind of thing.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Yeah,
absolutely. I get it.
But thank you guys so much. I was kind of surprised. I hadn't been on and checked the YouTube stats in a day or so.
Few days, yeah.
And I was like, holy! I even ran in.
I was gonna say you ran in like a little kid. Check that shit out.
Yeah, and it's awesome. It's always cool when you do something, especially trying something new. Yeah. And you guys know how it's like. It's like starting a new little gig, right? The new side job. And you're like, I don't know if it's gonna work out.
Right?
Will it work out? I don't know. Right? But you just got to try it and see what happens. And
even if it doesn't work out, it's fun for us.
I think people like scary shit.
People like
scary, creepy, paranormal. Like
unexplainable.
I think that's the Discovery Channel model at this point.
Seriously. Well, no, because they still do like 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah, but whatever.
Yeah.
But for the most part.
For us, it's paranormal.
Or is it the History Channel or Travel Channel?
Travel Channel.
All of them have a little bit of it, right?
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a bit of their bread and butter, so.
Well, and if you look at the Discovery Channel online, on like cable, all of their shows lately are paranormal. They play all the old ones and new ones,
right?
Yeah, there's definitely a market for it.
And all that shit, so
it's fun, and we like it.
And we love it. Yeah. So it's all good. But thank you guys so much for doing that. Thanks all new subscribers, everybody. All right, before I get into these first couple stories, I'm gonna pour us a couple drinks.
Okay.
Because these stories. The first one, like I said, is pretty chill. It's just a dude that you're like, I want that guy to have my back.
Right.
And it's really, I want that dude to have my back once I'm dead. And you hope, and everybody hopes they have a buddy like this. Then one after that, you're going to be like,
that's jacked up.
You're going to be questioning going to sleep.
I'm not.
Basically. Because I don't understand how it happened.
Okay, well let's get into this shit then, shall we?
Let's get into a little bit of whiskey here. So this is the
Dickel.
George Dickel.
I just like saying Dickel.
Dickel. You can say something well.
Thank you, sweetheart. I was mesmerized watching you pour.
All right. Just a
I will share that I thought it was fun. We were listening to RPR on the way home, and they made fun of somebody said a certain word the way I say orange and crayon. And I thought it was funny, and I don't know why that just popped in my head. Something you said, I was like, that's not the way you say that, but then I can't talk because I say crayon.
That's
drug induced.
That's Tylenol induced.
Tylenol and Allegra D induced Beth. My Allegra D should be out of my system by now. I only took it 12 hours, so I wouldn't be cracked out when it was time for bed.
All right. So you ready?
Let's do it.
This one's awesome. This is the dude, the bro you hope you have after you die. So man grants dying man's final wish to dismantle his secret sex dungeon.
Oh my gosh. That sounds like a request I've gotten from my bestie.
See? Okay. So while most of us, this is on Lad Bible, while most of us like to put it to the back of our minds, it's good to be prepared, obviously, for the grim day that we die. But if you don't fancy confiding in your loved ones about your deepest, darkest secrets, maybe you should call on the coffin confessor, right? And this guy, you can like this. I think
So he's not really his buddy.
No, he's not his buddy.
Okay.
This is what we would all wish for our buddies to have, right? Like everybody's got the best friend that's like, just erase my browser. And it's a joke, right? Like if you're not using like fucking DuckDuckGo and like burning all your shit, like
Shame on you.
the second you get done doing whatever you're doing, then
That you don't want anybody to know about.
Yeah, right. Like that's kind of the thing. Like just crush everything and then move along with your day.
So you can hire this guy.
Yeah, but if you're into sex dungeons or you're into like physical, like maybe you're like I didn't know my dad had 40 cameras around his house and liked to video, which is this case. All right. Well, most of us already said that, but if you don't fancy, already said that. For the past 4 years, Bill Edgar has been carrying out the final wishes of those who were close to heaven's gate.
Okay.
But he doesn't just go with like cleaning.
Does he
up.
charge him?
It doesn't necessarily say in this, but I'm sure he's not just doing it for free.
Right.
I'm sure there's some sort of donation. He said it all started in 2018 when a client of his who was dying offered the then private detective $10,000 to crash.
He's a private dick.
He offered him $10,000 to crash his funeral and kick out an old friend who had been trying it on his wife.
Oh, geez. Oh,
Right?
wow.
So I think that's pretty good. Since then, Bill has been inundated with requests from people asking him to attend their funerals or will reading or dispose of embarrassing items that they don't want the family to find.
So he had a sex dungeon. Was he married?
We haven't gotten to that point.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I jumped
This
ahead.
is just the different
This
stories.
is what he does.
Yeah, this is what he's
Your options for his
turned into
services.
a job.
Right.
Right?
Hey.
So he must get paid in some sense. But speaking to Lad Bible about his rather unique line of work, the Australian said that says one man even asked him to dismantle.
Hey, Jessica. I hope that went well.
What's that?
She just got off the phone for a phone interview.
Nice. Fingers
Best of luck.
crossed.
Yep.
You're awesome. You'll get it.
She got it. She nailed it.
You'll nail it. All right, we're talking about sex dungeons, so
Get back
hang in
to
there.
the story.
All right, I'm gonna take a sip of Mo. How's that whiskey?
I haven't
taste?
tasted it yet. I'm just letting it breathe, as Ruben says.
So we're drinking a little whiskey because Beth's feeling a little under the weather tonight. So he goes, I got a call from a palliative care nurse, and he said to me, I've got a guy here.
Definitely burning the throat. Burning the sore throat.
Is it?
Yeah,
good.
but it's
gonna
good.
clear that right out.
It's an antibacterial.
Yep. Clean it right up. Right as rain, as I say. He's dying, and he has he had a fall at home, and he can't go home. And he's here. He's petrified of what his sons are gonna find at his house. Needs somebody to go back there and clean it.
So he must be a little bit older if he fell.
No, this is the old. That's
what I'm saying. This is the man. He must be a little older if he fell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bill tells us, and I'm like, go get a cleaner. And he goes, no, it's not like that. So I went and met with the guy who's 88 years of age, and I said to him,
he was
what's your
88?
concern? Right? It's kind of like, okay, we go to your dad's house.
Right.
He's 87, and we find out he's turned his office into a fucking sex dungeon,
Hey.
which would be amazing.
I was gonna say, you do you, Dad.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna.
Chris goes, I'm a single dad with all boys, so I don't care what people know about me after I die. My sons will be like, yeah, our dad liked to get a lot of ass out there in San Antonio, San Marcos, and all around. Yeah.
So he goes, what's your concern? He said, I have sex toys at home, and I have 3 sons who are on their way to the house to clean it up because they know he's not coming home at that point.
Yeah.
Because he's in palliative care.
Hey, Davey, congratulations on your second interview. That's
Hell
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
And he goes, I'm like, oh, sex toys, big deal. And he goes, no, it's a sex dungeon.
What constitute a sex? Does it say in there
Like
what constitute a sex dungeon?
Your movies.
So it's more like a sex room than dungeon.
They call them a dungeon.
No, they call it a sex room, most people.
No, I think they call
Because a
them
dungeon is where you put people and torture them.
No, I think that's what he was into. Not in like a.
He's a masochist?
Well, if he's tying people up.
That doesn't make you a masochist.
I think that does, doesn't it?
Is a sadist, masochist? One of them
You're into the books. I don't know.
I'm not into the sadist masochist thing.
BDSM?
BDSM. And there's vastly huge differences. So they're not the same thing at all. You can get tied up without pain. You can get tied up without pain.
Is that a thing? I mean, I've seen like girls tied up on ropes and like swinging. They're completely clothed and they're just like swinging around.
Like the ropes all around them?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a BDSM thing.
That is, right? I don't know.
They're usually, though, like in my books, they're not clothed.
Jesus Christ. So he goes, he gave me instructions, gave me the key, and told me where everything was. And I go into his place, into the secret room, and I'm telling you, it was the most immaculate, pristine, beautiful room anybody could ever go into.
I wonder if he kept all the toys.
So,
he's like, I'm going to start a room.
No, he doesn't. He goes, yes, it was a sex dungeon, but it was so well done and so nice. You didn't feel uncomfortable. It was just weird. And I think that's kind of the kicker to it.
Right.
He goes, it took him almost 3 hours to clear the room of the man's collection of toys, which he says were well hidden. You wouldn't have known that they were all sex toys or anything because they looked like a lamp or things hanging on the walls. He recalls, there might have been handcuffs, but at the same time, they were also so nicely done with flowers or something. And I was like, oh, that's pretty unique. Oh, shit. I know what that is, right? So he goes, good. It took me a good 2.5, 3 hours. Back and forth. We ended up using pillowcases, duvet covers, wrapping up all his shit to bring it to my farm and incinerate it.
So here's the thing. It's not that crazy because even Matthew says, my aunt passed away in 2016. She was single with no kids. I had to put her dildos and shit in the garbage without my female cousins, aunt, and my mother seeing it all. But here's the thing.
I
think it's so Steph and I always joke, where she jokes. She's like, 2 things I need from you when I die.
Like burn my house down.
She's like, get the box from under my bed. Don't let my parents see that. Don't let anyone see that.
So we have to fly out there before her parents
can get into her house.
She's gonna have to be dying.
Well, if she's dying, I'm going to be there. So
and call you.
But so she's like, get the box out from under my bed, and then she's like, and in my eulogy, make the joke that I'm finally at goal weight.
I know. I remember that.
She finally made her goal weight,
and she's
sick and dying.
Well, is she being
facetious?
No. Is she being fucking burned?
Cremated? No. She just.
That would be even better, especially if she was cremated. I finally hit my goal weight.
Finally hit my goal weight, which I'm like, Stephanie, I could never say that. She's like, you better, or I'll come and haunt you. You better make a joke.
She finally hit her goal weight.
Beth's supposed to say she finally made her goal weight. So I think a lot of people probably.
Like sex toys are one thing, but having a whole area that's secreted off in your house, I think that's like the next level. Right?
Yeah, because I think a lot of people. I think a lot of people probably have toys.
Yeah,
they have a drawer.
Yeah,
they have a drawer.
Right, that's fine.
Maybe a box.
I'm not talking about that.
Not a room.
I'm talking like the dude has, like shit to hang people up on.
Well, handcuffs. Yeah, I mean, dude, come on. There's all sorts of activities.
What are we getting into tonight, honey? What are we
all sorts of activities. We don't do that.
I got to post the show later. So he goes, adding the guy's neighbor even came over and started talking to me, and he was like, fuck. And he goes, I was like, fuck. She was asking how it was going, and I'm like, all good.
Please don't look at the stuff.
So he goes, granted, the above might seem a little bit odd to most people. I mean, it's elderly man with
a
Ian,
sex cheers.
But this is part of it, right? He goes, elderly man.
I wonder, he was 88 years old.
I'll tell you in just a second. He goes, it would be mortifying for his grandchildren to find out that their grandfather was a sexual deviant.
That doesn't make you a sexual deviant.
Nope, hang on. And Bill admits, but at the same time, he was 88. His wife died when he was 50.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Okay.
And he was just having fun. Didn't hurt anybody, I guess. I mean, why not? Right? So I've got 4 more years. And then I'm building a...
You got 4 more years?
Dungeon.
Well,
like looking around.
You better stop making sets of out of the rooms then, because, you're kind of starting to limit the rooms you can do this in.
I'm just going to... I'm down. I mean, I'm like, whatever. I don't give a shit. I think it's an interesting story.
I told you I want a St. Andrew's cross if we're going to start doing this shit.
What the fuck does that mean?
It's the big X. The
You've
big,
never said that to me in my
I
entire life. I
have,
don't even know
on
what
the
that
actual show, I've actually said it.
means. St. Andrew's Cross.
Yeah.
Did you learn that from?
Oh, my books. I'm not afraid to admit it. My books. I learn a lot of shit from my books.
I've never heard it called the St. Andrew's Cross.
And I might be getting
and you've
it.
never said it on
I
the
think
show.
it's a St. Yes, I have. I think I have to Google it, but I'm pretty sure.
Have you guys ever heard Beth say
BDSM
St. Andrew's Cross
tool.
on the show?
BDSM.
What did you just say?
BDSM?
You're going to be getting a new tool?
No, I'm Googling it.
Oh,
BDSM
Jesus Christ. I thought you
tool.
said you're getting a new tool. I'm like,
Oh,
well, I'm like trying to contemplate. I'm like, no, scary. I mean,
yeah,
use your words.
St. Andrew's Cross. It looks like.
Chris just said, oh, wow, just looked it up. It just looked, plug it in.
Yeah.
Is
It's,
it
well, they have
plugged-
different ones.
Well, there's nobody on it, right?
No.
Okay.
Well, and even
be
if there is
careful.
some
Yeah,
chicks on a
yeah.
bathing suit, but like,
Yeah.
look. It's got, oh, wait, Brutal Passion. There it is, right there. Oh, look, it's only $400 to $450.
All right.
Plus $50 to $125 shipping fee. Done. So it's got cuffs. It's got, see how it's got those, and that
Yeah,
one seems really tall.
Looking at it.
But you can cuff people into it.
I got it. No, that's what the picture on this thing. I've never heard I never knew the name was St. Andrew's
Yeah.
Cross.
I'm pretty sure I've said it before, but it's
Yeah,
okay.
I don't
It's
think
okay.
so.
It's all right if you don't remember.
All right, so
I know I scar you sometimes, and so you try to forget things.
perhaps, but you know what I mean. It's like you do you, girl. I could build one in the garage. I've got the plywood.
I think you would really have to sand it because you wouldn't want splinters.
No, that's easy.
Sand it and stain it.
No, I'm
and
good. I built
varnish
this
it.
whole bar. I built everything around
I don't
us.
think I want you to build one
Why not?
because
It's
that
easy as
just takes
shit.
out the.
Oh, you just want to? No, wouldn't you want to have it like sized specifically for you?
I'm sure you can.
Versus having something that's like too
That one
tall
looked
or
really
too
tall.
short.
That one looked really tall, but I guess
But I
maybe
think
the
you have to
thing
throw
is
chains
you
in
want.
there. You
I think
shackle
you
them,
want
like,
their hands
You want
above
that
their head.
ring, and like we're like, "Grr," right?
The what?
Chains coming through it, you know, so you get that rattling noise.
So it's funny. I
Like
just
an
read a book
anchor.
where
Sad.
this was not sexual, but they were torturing a guy because it was a mob romance story. And they had that made me just think of, because he was like, he pulled his arms up all of a sudden. She was like, and all I could hear was the metal clanging and worried he was going to come for me next.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's the metal clanging through the ring in it.
Right.
The chain.
I don't
coming
know that does anything for me. I'd rather just be handcuffed silently.
to all leather. This show's going off the rails
So,
right
okay,
away.
anyway,
all right,
so-
now we're gonna bring it back to complete and horrific.
We're going to bring it 180,
Oh yes,
bring it back around.
We're gonna do a full 390.
Somebody did ask. I saw it. They said, "Do you have any weird requests in your will?" Let's see. Hold on. Who was it?
We don't.
Oh, Matthew said, "Do any of you have ridiculous last wishes in your wills?" We need wills first of all.
No, we have a will.
We do
It's just not stamped,
formal.
Yeah.
It's not formal.
but it still counts.
Did you put it together?
Yeah.
Oh,
And I
but
was
what
like,
if we
that
don't die at
gives
the
me
same
all-
time?
It's equal to between the both of us. Saved on my computer. It's all good. We're
Okay.
good.
Whatever.
It's through Legal Zoom.
Oh, I didn't know you did that.
We Legal Zoomed it.
I mean, did you leave somebody the dogs and plenty
Yep.
of money?
Them and 30K or
You
whatever.
mean them?
Not them.
Oh,
Then your
The nieces. The niece and-
nephew.
and fams.
Yeah. So, do you guys have anything? I don't know. It's one of those things. So Chris said, agreed,
Eric
making one
said-
myself. The first thing came in my mind when she said only $400.
Eric said, "Isn't that the thing that Ramsey Bolton tied Theon
Yes.
Greyjoy
And cut
to
his
when he
balls
cut
off.
his summer sausage? What is
Perfect
that?
segue.
What is that?
Summer sausage?
No. What is this a real thing?
That's from Game of Thrones. He became a eunuch.
I
after that.
haven't seen Game of
Perfect
Thrones.
fucking segue. Man cuts off his own penis in sleep while dreaming he was chopping.
I feel like that's bullshit because I feel like the first slice
Wait
on
till
your
I tell
penis,
you
you're
where
gonna
this-
wake up.
Wait till I tell you where this happens.
Okay.
Because you're gonna be like, oh yeah. A man in Ghana
Ruben, touche. It's
yeah.
not made for my comfort. I
has
still
cut
don't want
his own
splinters in my
penis and
ass
screwed him
though.
off in his sleep while dreaming that he was chopping meat, waking up in horror before calling his neighbors for help.
Where was this?
in Ghana.
Okay. But I still feel like you'd wake up.
This is where the hot dog part comes in.
Oh, hot
So
dog.
after dreaming about slaughtering a goat, the 47-year-old woke up in shock after feeling sharp pains coming from his penis scrotum. And he goes,
Still don't believe it.
Literally, he said he thought he was cutting.
I still feel like you would wake up.
No, he did.
No,
Once
the
you cut
first
his
slice. You wouldn't have to cut
twig
the
and
whole thing
berries
off.
off.
You would just make a cut and be like, holy fuck, what's happening? You don't think you'd feel the first slice in your winky?
This dude sleepwalks way too much. And they have medicine for that, but not in Ghana.
I mean, don't you feel like you'd feel that first slice and be like, what the actual hell is happening to me right now?
I don't know, but how sharp was that knife? I mean, maybe, I don't know. So speaking to the BBC Pigeon 4 days later, Ada said,
You got it, Chris.
I was sitting in a chair. Oh, wait. No, I'm going to read it specifically how it's spelled. I dey sit in an inside chair where I doze off. So I dey sleep.
Just read it. Nobody knows what you're
That's
saying.
exactly
Just
what I'm reading.
paraphrase his verbiage, please.
So I was sitting in a chair when I dozed off, and as I slept, I dreamt I cut meat in front of me. That's how I got it.
Was he
So-
naked when he fell asleep in this
He
chair?
was taken to a hospital. His injuries are not thought to be life-threatening.
Well, they're life-threatening because he's
Unit.
not going to have sex anymore.
Well,
so
he's gonna murder himself. but whatever. So right now,
there's way too
he's
many
in the
questions for
hospital
me.
for here, and I don't know how the fuck they.
There's way too many questions. How did he fall asleep naked sitting in a chair?
Dude, he's in Ghana.
Because he'd have to be naked. Why didn't he wake up
Do
when
they
he
do a lot of crack or
when he initially
cocaine
sliced,
or-
not
No, you don't-
not
that would keep you up.
diced,
So
not
maybe-
diced, but sliced his winky
and his balls,
and
his
his twig and
balls.
berries.
his twig and 2 berries.
Like I feel like I call bullshit on this story.
Nope, there's a picture.
Matthew said sounds like a bad night of
I'm just not
Ambien.
gonna
Wait,
put it
there's
on
a
the
picture.
internet.
That doesn't mean it's real. They could have just wrapped his winky in
Ghana,
gauze.
man. It's
They could
Ghana.
have just wrapped it in gauze and
Dude,
then
what
thrown
do
the
you do
blurry
if you're,
thing.
like sleepwalking. Like if I could sleepwalk to make myself a sandwich, I would love that.
I used to sleepwalk as a child. I almost walked out of my grandmother's house because in Brownsville, Texas,
Yeah.
it used to be much smaller, and my grandmother didn't have AC, so the windows and everything were always
Yes,
open.
exactly. Was he on sleeping pills? I don't know. Do they have
That's what
those
somebody
there?
said,
I have no
Ambien.
idea.
And then my mom heard the screen door shut. She got up to check what it was. It was me walking out the front door. And my
remember
mom
when-
was like, where are you going? I was like, to catch the train. And you could hear the train going, choo choo. And I was like, my mom was like, I'm just going to turn
I
her
remember
around
one
and put her
time,
back to bed.
Joe
Like
got
I did
up in
that
the
3 times,
morning,
maybe not at my
brother.
grandmother's house, but several times. One time I told my parents I was off to buy a car. I was going to buy a car.
How old were you?
I was turning 16.
Oh.
And I was off to buy my convertible VW that I wanted.
You were 16 at the time?
I was fixing to be.
Okay, so you were 15.
I was 15. I was like 2 weeks away from my birthday, and I was like, I want this car. I'm gonna go
You
buy
had
it.
that thing was on your
Oh,
mind.
big time. My mom said I didn't sleepwalk the second time, but the second time she came into her room and heard me talking, she asked me what I was doing because she thought it was funny.
She's
She's
a
like,
fucking Volkswagen.
see that car right there? That's my
I want
car.
that
My mom
Golf.
was like, explain
that
to me.
cabriolet.
And somebody bought it before I could get
God
it,
damn it.
which is probably just as well.
Probably better off buying you
because I
one
was a
now.
horrible
'cause
driver.
Actually, be
My
better.
father
on
called me
gas.
Crash
Crash
Castro, so I was wreck prone.
So this gentleman, he was like I said, he was sleeping, and he said, "I no remember how I carried the knife, even me
I called
leaving
shit.
me confused." He when he tried to stand up in the chair, he noticed the intense pain in his genitals, and called out to the neighbors to help him. Piecing together what he'd been dreaming about, he realized that he mistakenly cut off his penis and scrotum.
Nope, I call bullshit.
His wife, Adwa Konda,
She must have been on sleeping pills
Kunanda.
too. If
had been traveling at the time and came home in sheer horror of seeing her husband bleeding.
she's like, great, now I'm gonna need
Holding
a
his
sex room full of toys because his penis is gone.
right? Fuck it. Cheers.
Cheers.
You know what? I mean, you can't. If you're not going to find, these are the stories that matter around the world. That's why we try and share
I
them.
still
Like,
call
you're not going to
bullshit.
hear these stories on mainstream media. You're not going to get this shit on CNN, MSNBC, Fox. They're not going to share this.
I still call bullshit on this story. I feel like any man,
It's a lad Bible. It's got to be real.
Any man that slices his winky is gonna wake up.
Dude, Bobbitt was sleeping.
I mean, if I thumped you in your winky while you were sleeping, he woke the fuck up when she cut his wiener off.
But she had grabbed it. She had grabbed it.
Well, it doesn't mean necessarily that wakes him up right away. He could have been like, "Oh, sugar," and then she was like, whack, and he was like,
"My Guyanese accent." Thank you. Justin, you meet my ex-husband. Cheers, you guys.
Cheers. I didn't drink after we cheers. I pulled a grab.
I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Sylvester Stallone.
This next one sounds pretty good too.
Is getting a divorce.
How long has he been married to her? Does it say?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, I need this info.
I just gotta find the article because I've got 75,000 articles. No, he's been married. Come on, Sylvester.
Is it like his first wife?
There it is.
Oh,
25 years.
Wasn't he married to Bridget Baudet?
Nielsen?
Bridget Nielsen.
Yeah. The big, tall,
blonde
super
chick.
tall blonde chick. Yeah. So he's been married for 25 years.
Oh, that's too sad. That's too bad. That's sad.
She filed for divorce.
She's like, I'm tired of you taking steroids and your winky not working.
Nah, he's getting
You think it's
injections in his
HGH?
dong. Yeah.
No, injections
Well, he got
in your
busted over
dong.
like, oh yeah, you can do all that. He got busted
To what? Make it work?
to at least get it hard. Yeah.
Ow!
Well, I don't know that he needs to. He's 75 years old or whatever. 72, whatever. All right. So Sylvester Stallone's wife, Jennifer Flavin.
Yes, the Russian Ivan Drago's chick from Rocky.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's exactly who that is. Has filed for divorce after 25 years of marriage.
Hey, Sandy. Hi.
Sandy's
I've
on.
missed you.
Oh, it's been a while.
It's been a while. Okay.
In a statement on Fox News Digital, Stallone said, "I love my family. We're amicably and privately addressing the personal issues."
They have kids?
Meanwhile, oh yeah, they've got, dude,
A lot of kids for
his
25 years.
daughters are fucking beautiful.
Well, he was pretty hot. I mean,
Dude,
he's
his
still not bad
daughters are
for 70
gorgeous, and
something.
He's got like the retarded son. And then he's got like this one retarded son.
It's not, that is not appropriate. He's got a special needs son.
No, he's not really. It's the kid that was in Rocky.
Oh, okay.
Remember? He's just like compared to the absolute supermodel hot girl daughters.
I'm going to look up his kids. He's probably good looking too.
No,
You're just being
he's
mean.
Definitely not.
Sylvester Slies.
I'm glad you're here. Awesome. Yeah, no, I mean, it's just one of them things, right? I don't know how many times he's been married, but nonetheless. 4 days, so it said court records show that
Oh, yeah, they're
Flavin,
fucking beautiful, but
54 and former model, filed paperwork.
he's got two boys. He's got Sage and
and then the original one, he's
Sergio
like
Stallone.
37. And just,
I'm going to go images.
he's
His
like,
daughters are hot.
Yeah, his daughter.
I mean, his wife.
Smoke
They get it after his wife. Holy shit.
Smoke shows, right?
All four of them. Hello.
Yeah. You want to share some pictures?
I'm getting there. Hold on.
Oh, you just
Got
taking it all
5
in for
kids.
yourself?
No, I'm trying to
Well,
click through it.
Let's see it.
So here's the daughters.
Right?
Oh,
I mean,
wait.
everybody knows they
Isn't
have,
the daughter to the right of her an actress?
I don't know.
No, I'm getting her confused with somebody else. Yeah. However, let me preface
Right,
by
gotcha.
saying, let me preface by saying that when you have a makeup artist and a hairstylist that can do
Dude,
extensions,
his daughters are smoke shows.
anybody can be
And
beautiful.
even his wife's a smoke show,
Oh, his wife's beautiful.
right? You're like, come on.
Do you think he had a shotgun waiting for dates like my dad did?
Chris said his Sage Stallone is as good as dead at 30. As
What?
Good Friday, 36 years old.
Hey, what? I don't get it.
She's dead. She's partying too much.
Oh,
I don't know, but
she
the
a party
boys,
girl.
I'm like, nobody
Nah,
cares
the
about the guys.
boys. I guess
Nobody
they should
ever
look at
cares about
that.
the
That's not
boys.
very nice of me.
They all look like
I'm being
him.
very
Nobody
sexist by
cares.
only sharing
No,
the
we're not.
girls.
Nobody cares.
I mean, I care. Close that.
So,
Open.
4 days later, Stallone covered a large tattoo of Flavin, his wife,
I saw that.
on his right bicep with an image of butt kiss, the bull mastiff that appeared alongside
I mean, that's just
him
mean. How
in the
amicable
movie
is it?
Rocky. I thought it was hilarious, and I'm like,
How amicable is it? I
well,
mean,
you
I
guys
guess.
don't know. I have a picture of Beth on my back. I'm just getting
No,
a
you
picture of
don't.
Bomber put out there
Liar.
afterwards. I'm like, that bitch.
I started with Bomber. I didn't even put you on my back. I just started with Bomber and was like, put that on my butt cheek.
Yeah, it's probably not going to work out, but this dog, I love this dog.
This dog will be the best dog for the rest of my life.
I don't know. I mean, like, do you think?
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
I don't know. They've been married 25 years.
Yeah, his sons aren't nearly as pretty as his girls.
What year was 25 years ago? Hashtag.
Dude, hashtag math.
97?
No,
97?
97.
Right? So, I mean, that's not.
It's a long time.
That's
They gave the best of each other
but
to
the thing
each
is,
other.
That's before, like, Rocky days. So
It's after Rocky days,
I mean,
actually.
after Rocky days. So you would think that he's
So
probably
if that was if he's 72, 62,
with her?
52. Oh, fuck yeah. 72, 62, 52. He was 47?
I don't know. Yeah, something like that. But does
He was
the
your age when he
prenup
married her.
cover
Prenup.
prenup covers everything probably before.
No, prenup covers.
Well, no, but does it cover future?
Depends on the state and it depends on the prenup.
And if
Because
you
the
last
prenup
25
can be
years,
very specific.
the thing. If
Maybe it can be very
she made it
specific. She
25
made it 25
years,
years.
she
She
gets
gets like $10 million or
Oh, she's
something.
gonna let fuck
Well, I'm just throwing numbers out there.
probably gotta be
I
worth
don't
$1
think she
billion.
probably gets half.
You think he's worth $1 billion? What do you think? Can you Google that?
Slice.
I think he's got to be probably worth $1 billion, right?
Well, how do you put that? And why am I blanking on
The wine
Sly?
in Sandy's house never closes.
The
That's what she
wine?
said. Yeah,
I want to go to her house.
I know. Brett, hey, dude, I was literally just thinking about you today. We have a new show, and I need something to do here, but
Nope.
for another
Yep.
set in our house. So,
Something
I
like
need to-
this with different words for different
and
sets.
I want it lighted this time. So
You're
we'll have
asking
to
for
talk.
a lot of shit,
Yep,
dude.
we're gonna talk. Dude.
So what? How
I'm
do you
glad you're
say
on here.
net value? Thank you.
Yeah.
Net worth? Probably not net value. Sly's net worth.
Sly's net worth. Gotta be $500 million, right?
He's 79, actually.
Is he 79?
He's 79, and
Yoked.
it's got to be a different one because this says American singer-songwriter and is worth 500,000. I'm like, yep, not the right
That's,
one.
did you spell Sylvester?
I got it. Hold
Stallone, or
on.
did you just
I
put it
put
in Sly?
Sli's. Oh no. Okay.
He's worth $500,000. That's awesome. Proud of him for all that fucking
Sylvester Stallone. Here we go.
All right.
400 million.
Yeah, so
And this
almost
is from. It doesn't give me a date, so I don't
and
know
that's
how
always bullshit
recent it is.
online. So he's probably worth
More than that. He's probably double that.
750 maybe.
In 82, he earned 3.5 million for First Blood.
Yeah.
So not only does he have Rocky,
He's got
but
Rambo. He's got all
the
shit.
fucking nasty. They're
got
not nasty. They're
Fast and
very
Furious.
gory.
Wait,
Fast and
just
Furious.
kidding. That's the wrong guy.
Ooh, Jason Statham's expert.
What?
90 million. He's less than Stallone,
Pussy.
but he's prettier than Stallone.
Dude, $90 million.
I mean, I wouldn't balk at that.
We just hit 200 viewings on our last show. So
You're like,
gonna start somewhere, guys.
yeah,
Gonna
400
somewhere.
million. I'm going to say he's probably
ALW,
worth
what's going on?
a little bit more than that. Well, I mean, I am sad that they're getting a divorce because they were an attractive couple, and I love love, and I always want love to win.
I'm fairly certain he's not going to have a problem with having and being.
He's 79 years old.
No. Have you seen the pictures of that guy at 79?
No,
He looks better than. And he's
there's
tattooed
touch up.
up.
I'm going to say
And he's ripped.
Sylvester Stallone.
Dude, he's 79. He's the best looking 79-year-old guy you're going to fucking find.
Jason Statham's probably going to be hotter at 79.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It could be. It could be me.
It might, baby.
I probably
It's
need to
totally going to
trim
be
up a little
you.
bit, but,
What do you mean trim up? Hairs or fat?
like,
Oh,
yes.
well,
at that
you're
point,
French, so you're always going to have.
like,
I keep telling you, let me take you to the laser hair removal place and it'll be done.
I think Sylvester Stallone does laser hair.
Fuck yeah, I do. I think that men in Hollywood do whatever they need to do, whether it be lasering or Botox or filler or injection or anything that they need to do to remain as
What
attractive
if I
as they
turn into
can be.
like crazy cat man or something?
No, I will get you
Lobotomized.
yes, and be like, you don't need any of this.
Just go to work.
Just do your job and bring home the bacon.
We're moving to Mexico. Is that what's happening on this next
So it's
story?
kind of yes, we are moving to Mexico.
Cheers.
So I mean, it is helping me feel better.
I knew it would.
Probably because it's giving me a buzz. Yes. So there is a
just
huge,
just a touch.
just a smidge. Give me more than a smidge, bitch.
I even brought a little baggie of ice up here for her.
There's a big movement,
Such a nice guy.
especially with our latest economic situation, that a lot of retirees are moving to Mexico.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I do have a lot of friends whose parents
have a place.
They live full time in Mexico.
Or that.
And I was like, what?
Or even just in South America. Or in
well, they're talking specifically about Mexico, and it's what freaked me out a little bit. It's a lot of places around the California border, which I thought was all cartel shit.
Yeah, you got to be real careful, like going to.
Give me just a little bit more. But here's the thing. So as inflation skyrockets and the housing market teeters, because we all know that the housing market has been crazy. They're getting ready to raise interest rates again in the hopes of defying the recession that should already be in place. Yeah. But so Americans are packing up their homes and relocating south of the border.
Okay.
The median cost of a home in LA sits at more than...
Chris, that's our goal. Like Mexico, living there in full time.
Guatemala.
10 years. Guatemala. Fucking Belize or something
Guatemala,
like that.
Somewhere. And I'll tell you about this. Because so like
awesome.
The average cost of a home in Los Angeles County sits more than $860,000. I mean, that's huge. If you're not a millionaire,
that's like
I mean, how do you build a home?
Square foot house. That's Corey's house.
Yes.
You know, and Corey lives
I don't know how people do that.
Laguna. One of my best friends lives in Laguna Niguel.
And renting isn't much better.
He bought his house 6 years ago, 6 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
And it was over $500,000. And it's not, I mean, it's a nice house because he's made it nice.
Yeah, he's
bust his ass.
Yeah, he's fixed it up.
And he does everything himself, and you know,
well, because he's talented like that. Yeah. He's in the construction business.
He's in the
so he can do this.
Construction business. So
the one person they talked to, her name is Megan Beck, who lives in Rosarita. No, and that's the thing. Nobody who owns property in California, most of them aren't rich. Yeah. They're bringing in enough salary for the location they live in to buy a house, but I almost feel like they're almost house
He's been there
poor.
20 years. Jess asks, is he rich?
He's our last friend in California.
Yeah. He's busted his
And I have a feeling that eventually
day.
they're going to move to Houston because that's where her family's at. So Megan Beck, who lives in Rosarito, Mexico, said she's more Mexican than American these days. She said her living situation, the Mexican-American dream, she's originally from Nebraska, and they built a home in Rosarita, which is 30 miles south of San Diego, which again, I'm telling you, it's all kind of, and I don't know that I would live there. Guatemala is our dream. I want to take you to Guatemala.
Coastal.
And she said, I've been able to build a home from the ground up. I couldn't afford that over there. It was just getting too crazy, which we have friends.
You're that point, right?
Tracy that was with you.
That's what makes me think of it.
Bought a house somewhere, her and her husband.
Yeah. And that's their second. It's taking a very, very, very long time.
You have to be patient because there are
no resources. So every resource has to come from somewhere
exactly.
else.
And if we don't have them, then they definitely don't have them. So, but there's a lot of talk in this article about, it's just so expensive. They talked to one guy that's in San Francisco, which we both know 5 years ago was ridiculous before all this crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. We actually looked up the historical trends and stuff.
Not that we wanted to live there, but we were just interested to see
in San Francisco
because we kept hearing about how expensive. I was like, I want to know how much this apartment is. And the apartment
back then.
Yeah, $1 million to own like a 2-bedroom apartment. And I was like, 5 years ago, I was like, nope.
Now they're 2.5.
And it's so hilly. It's so fucking hilly. So Zach, who now lives in San Francisco,
in front of your house as you walk out of your $2.5 million beautiful.
No, there's no yard.
No, beautiful house. You just walk.
It's an apartment,
and now there's poop because of the people.
Oh, I see. The homeless people. Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So Zach, who's from San Francisco, has also had his eye on building in Mexico, and he says it's a no-brainer for me. I just have to convince my partner to end up there, and his father and brother already live there.
Okay.
So what I thought was interesting, so they're talking, so here's the thing. So all these people coming in from America that can afford these things, of course, impacts their inflation.
Of course, yeah.
Because people, it's like people coming to California here.
More.
people coming from California here are like raising the homeowner rate because
Which
they're
have
coming in
recently
wanting
crashed.
to but they're coming in with cash from their $800,000 home, getting the same size home for $300,000. They're like, fuck yeah, we'll pay you an extra $100,000 to get the hell out and give me the home. And so while I was reading this, I mean, it makes it hard for the locals.
Oh no, there's a big pushback in Mexico.
Oh yeah, they don't fucking like it at all. Which I thought, So we don't like it when your illegals come over.
No, so this is the thing.
But you don't like it when we come over legally.
Travel and tourism to Mexico is their second biggest.
And the thing
domestic
that the dollar is holding up well in every other country. So for every $1 is like 50
that's why when
cents for them.
So we were in where were we? Puerto Vallarta. When
the last time, or when I got sick, or when I
Chupacabra's fucking
Puerto Vallarta,
the dude that's in fucking the Super Max out in Colorado,
and it's a lot of Californians that are doing this.
Literally, it's all resorts right there. And when they busted him, oh no, the kid got kidnapped from the resort
he got
ours.
The restaurant right next to our resort.
Restaurant right next to the resort, whatever. Like they came in and they dragged his ass out into the mountains.
And then it was scary because I saw like young military kids holding guns. I was like, don't shoot me.
Military
everywhere.
They're like, no, we're locking the shit down. We weren't locked down.
Well, we weren't locked down, but this is very much a tourist community. Even then, when we went to Playa del Carmen, when we would go to that great shopping center, because that had most of the, like, it was the most
federales everywhere.
And some of them are like 12 years old, and I was like,
I don't give a fuck.
I do. That scares me a little bit.
He probably knows how to shoot better than most goddamn Americans.
I mean, probably.
Or not.
But they're not happy that people are moving in. They're fed up with the growing number of Americans, many from California, moving to and visiting the country, which has contributed to a rise in rent and a shift from Spanish to English in some places. I mean, I get it. So I have two trains of thought. Let me say this. Let me say this. There's a part of me that I'm like, you should be happy that there's money coming in.
It's a huge influx of money.
Absolutely, which means you're going to get jobs. But now here's the problem. They probably don't get paid any more than they did before the influx.
That's again a problem. Right.
Yeah, but that's their problem, not our problem.
Going to make more money, right?
Right, but they're not going to share it. Yeah. They're not going to spread it out. Yeah. But the second thing is I'm like, hey man, I mean, now you get a little feel for what a lot of us feel when people are coming into this place illegally. And you're going to be mad that we're coming in legal and we're putting money into your economy?
Yeah. I mean, I agree with what you're saying.
And maybe I'm a bitch for saying that piece,
but I don't think you are. It's one of those things. It's fucking like, right. We're driving a lot of money down there.
Right.
And like, so there is this kind of like stigma that probably being down there is like, we can barter and we can blah, 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 which trust me, I've done.
But you can only do it in certain places. You can't do that at the grocery store. You can't do that when it comes to your rent. You can't do that when it comes to the restaurants. You can do that at the market, and you can be like,
I don't know, pesos exchange.
You want $100 for that? I'll give you $50 for that.
Deep sea fishing, like you're at a resort, I'm going to go scuba diving. It's going to cost me, this is it. It's going to cost me this much to go deep sea.
Well, that's also at a resort.
The girl is walking down. It's like braids. It's
$20. I'm like, I'll give you $10 to braid my whole head, and she's like,
she can
okay.
do it in fucking 10 minutes.
And she's like, okay.
Right. So
there's like, I get the bittersweet of the. I don't want to say
it's called capitalism.
Absolutely.
Coming down to Mexico,
and it makes sense for a lot of people over here, because here's the thing that I know. Insurance, medical costs over there is way lower. Like I've heard,
no, you don't. Like
I've heard people saying, "I'm gonna go get LASIK, but I'm gonna go get it in Mexico," and I'm like,
Canada,
"Oh, it's scary."
It's socialized.
It's Mexico, and they're like, "No, they've done it so many times because people go over there because it's so inexpensive that they're
that's why medicine is so inexpensive. Like just going to, but we can't go to
people. When we did our cruise, they were buying antibiotics like by the poundful because it was so cheap, and I'm like, "Are you sick?" But no,
they
we
were buying
get sick,
Z-packs. They buy like 10
we got
Z-packs.
this shit. And I'm like, I just feel like you're treating your body wrong.
Nope.
which is totally different from buying it all at all. But like, I got my Latisse cheaper there.
Everything.
I mean, everything's cheaper there. But I
And they
still
just do it
feel
on a
like
normal
it's a
basis.
big influx of economic value
So there
coming
evidently
into.
are, like they were talking about on Drinking Bros podcast, there's evidently signs that people are sticking up around, right? And on
Go
Drinking
away.
Bros, they're trying to like there's somebody down there is trying to like find one that's not like completely stuck that they can peel off or something and send it in Drinking Bros podcast.
To what? Say like go away Americans?
like, go away Americans,
They're literally, and there was a sad story, like, but it's not the Americans' fault. There was a sad story when I was reading that piece about how they weren't happy, where some people got evicted from their location, their restaurant location, because somebody wanted to come in
Like an American.
and would pay more to start a business there. And that's, I mean, it's shitty on the American to be like, hey, kick them out, I'll pay you more. But it's shittier on the person that owned it that said, you got to get the fuck out. I need more money.
It's capitalism.
It is, but it should be capitalism in a gentle manner.
This would have been a better idea is like, all right, I'm going to open a bar and say this is like a restaurant.
Yep.
It's like,
How about I open the bar in your restaurant?
how about
I keep
we
the-
remodel?
I keep the profits
I'll
from
get
the
you a
alcohol.
food truck right out front for a bit.
You keep the business from the
You
food.
do all the food.
I agree, but
Because, dude, I'm telling you, we've gone to like, what was that? Fuck, I don't even
the
know.
barbecue
There's
place that we went
no
to
idea.
in Puerto
It was this
Vallarta.
family place.
Oh
my
my
God.
gosh.
We ate
And it was
so
like
much.
$20 American dollars
And
for
we had
how much
So much fucking
food.
food for days.
we took it home, and we did munch on it like every day till we left, and there
so-
was still food left,
Yeah.
but it was so
Yeah,
much food.
Like, I love the
It'll be
community.
interesting.
When we were walking through an area, I'm like,
It was a little rough.
I'm glad I don't have a lot
It
of
was
cash
rough,
on
and
me
you were
here.
like, if anybody comes out, I just want you to drop the food and run.
Right, yeah.
I wasn't that scared though. Like, just because something, let me put it this way.
I agree. Yeah.
We know we've had family live in rough places.
We can deal with it.
We weren't scared.
yeah.
As long as you don't have a gun, I'm okay. And whatever you want,
And
I'm
I
going
don't
to give
have
you.
any. I've got like a pair of board shorts.
You were like, you can't take your purse though. You have to like,
$50,
you
like
can't take your
500
purse.
pesos on me.
You have to give me your ID and your money, and we're good. But I'm serious about us considering Guatemala. Like,
Fuck yeah,
I
let's do it.
loved
Buy
Guatemala.
a goddamn
I tell you all
house
the
down
time, I
there.
want to take you to Antigua, Guatemala, because it was one of those beautiful
what is
places
today?
I've ever seen.
August 24th, 2022 at 9:57 p.m. Central Time. Beth said she wants a house in
Guatemala.
Guatemala.
I told you, I want
How's
both
their internet?
locations. I want a summer home
How's
and
their-
a winter home.
How's the Guatemalan internet? Oh, we'll have Starlink by then. We're good.
Yeah, we'll be fucking
we'll
fine.
be fine.
I don't
It's
know
gonna
that
be deep.
Guatemala fits my summer and winter home dream, because I told you the other day, I was like, I want a home in Wyoming
It's
that I'm at
literally
for
a
6 months.
rainforest, so-
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't meet that hot, cold need that I feel like I
So we
have.
need one in Wyoming.
So
and
maybe we
one
live in Guatemala in the wintertime and Wyoming in the summertime, and then we sell this one and just be like, fuck it,
Anybody want to rent a house?
we'll rent it. But I told you the other day, my dream is 2 homes with 2 different climates, because I'm over the fucking summer and the humidity that is my life that
You
doesn't
know,
allow me to have gray hair.
Sometimes you just need to be the mullet champion.
Oh, did that little boy win?
And the mullet champion
You
is
found, I
this
told you about that.
gentleman.
Oh, no, it's
here.
a gentleman. There was a kid
It's
that
a
was
kid.
fucking
I'm
adorable.
calling him a gentleman because this 8-year-old boy wins the USA Mullet Championship.
Is it the blonde kid?
Yep.
Best fucking mullet I've
For his
ever seen
iconic
in my life.
hairdo. And this is, what's his name from fucking...
He's grown
hang on
this
a
mullet
second.
out for like 3 years.
This guy looks like Caleb from Black Rifle Coffee. It looks like it could be his child.
Chris, I don't know if you heard, town of
Caleb
Guatemala.
Francis.
Antigua, Guatemala.
Yep. Caleb Francis from Drinking Bros, from Black Rifle Coffee that lives with Jared Taylor right down the road here. This is your child. Come get him because that's your child. They actually have the same exact glasses. So the mullet isn't just a hairstyle, it's a lifestyle. That's what 8-year-old Emmett Bailey reckons anyway. He's clearly an expert on the matter too. Considering he just has taken out the kids division of the 2022.
So here's the
USA
crazy thing.
USA.
His parents did it as a joke, thinking he would be eliminated early on, and he kept making it through the 100. He kept making it through the 100 people cut, and kept making it through the 100 people
take a
cut.
clip of this real quick and send it to Caleb for me, please.
It's when it's not gelled up and perfect, it's so much longer and fluffier.
Yeah,
Like
because it's curly.
I
It's
saw an interview with him, and I was
long.
like, he's going to be a
So it
baseball
says
player.
the funky
And he
kid
was at a
from
baseball game.
Menominee, Wisconsin won the competition
Glasses are
with a
super
total
trendy
of 9,896
and
votes.
totally 80s, which is
Kid
ridiculous.
came in second, had 8,400. And, you know, Emmett, who has been maintaining his mullet for 2 years, was stoked to find out that he had
Could be
finished
Caleb's kid.
on top. Said it's cool that so many people tell you that you got sweet hair. God damn it, Emmett, you got sweet hair, bro. That's fucking rad,
here's the
right?
thing. Like, if this was my kid, I'd be very torn.
No. You gotta.
No, I'd be very torn.
with the razors, the Raptors.
I'd still be very torn because, like, you grow certain things out. I'm like, nope, can't handle
A
it.
mustache.
Nope,
I grow
can't
a
do it.
mustache once a fucking
Can't do it.
month.
You know, I don't like mustaches. I love Rubens. I don't like yours.
You want me to grow a fucking mullet?
No, you can't. You ain't got no hair. Grow it. I double dog dare you to grow a
There's
fucking
a dude
mullet.
that I work with.
It'll be,
that
you know what?
used
It
to
might
have-
look just like his mullet, but the hair will start way back here.
I'm gonna grow a mullet.
Do it.
It's gonna take me 90 years.
Do it.
Would you? What do you think? I'm literally gonna.
I'll let you do it just to do it.
Literally just.
And
gonna
then
do
once
it.
it's
gonna be
beautiful,
just straight
And once it's beautiful,
back,
I'll be like, wee.
just straight back. That way, if I'm looking straight on it, work.
Is it
camera,
gonna just still be
like, you
bald?
just don't see it, right? It's just
That's
gonna be
even worse. No,
straight
I
down.
think you need to just even because I've seen people from work who have the Santa Claus's beard
Oh
now.
no, I got a guy. I have a guy that I work with that I hadn't seen him in fucking like 3
No,
years.
yep, he's got
He
it
literally-
full head of hair like my brother.
who I'm talking about?
Are you talking about Mark?
No, another guy.
Oh,
And
there's
he's
so many
got
like
a
that now.
Full mullet, and he goes.
Do you remember Brian
and
that
his
went to
hair's
us
all
the
spiky,
concert?
and his wife's. He's like, this was a joke, and everybody fucking loves it.
Do you remember Brian that we went to the concert with? The night we drank whiskey in the guy's trailer. What was his name? Pay attention.
DJ said 2 words, Greg. Jesse Ventura. Please don't do it, bro.
No, I double.
But what would happen? I'm like, I
You
get
just,
some
but you
minoxidil.
just gotta let it all grow where it
No,
naturally
I can't
grows.
let this grow.
Nope, you gotta.
No, I can't.
If you're gonna do some, you gotta go all.
Jesus Christ. Could you imagine me letting this grow out?
You'd go nuts after like a week because you can't even handle not shaving your head every 4 days. Like the other day, you're like, I need a haircut. I was like, didn't you just do that on Sunday? You're like, yep, it's Thursday. I got to do it again. I'm
Be a
like,
raging alcoholic
holy
standing in the corner staring at myself in the
negative.
mirror.
I would not allow you to be a raging alcoholic, first of all. But I was telling you something.
The mullet got in the way. You know what? It's important. It's important.
I'm super happy that this kid, though, is still going strong because his parents were like,
We're gonna say
we just encouraged him to do himself,
time.
and this is what he wanted to do. And so it's funny
Yeah.
to see that it's
it absolutely is. So do you know
working out.
Caleb
He's
Francis
gonna
is?
be a total
know
baseball
Caleb-
player.
Caleb Francis is?
No.
Go to Instagram real quick and just look up Caleb.
I don't know if I have it
Francis.
on. You know what? Let
Real
me do it this over here.
And you can plug in your phone afterwards because it's gonna make total
I have to
fucking
sneeze.
sense. God bless you.
Beth
Beth goes, you ruined my sneeze. Anytime I say God bless you.
You know I can't sneeze when you talk to me, a hole.
It's that nose ring in there. Go ahead. Caleb Francis. Look it up.
I'm gonna kill you in your sleep.
I can do it real quick.
I got it.
Got it? And he's this big, burly dude, kind of orangish hair. Literally lives at Jared's house. And he's funny as
Is
shit.
this him?
Makes the, let me see.
Hold on.
Makes the funniest videos. And he seems like an absolute sweetheart. Yep, that's him. Follow him because he makes funny, hilarious videos. Right? So now pull up a picture of him.
Well, he doesn't have a mullet anymore.
No, he doesn't have a mullet.
Oh, he looks like his kid by the coloring.
That could be his kid.
I mean, it could be a lot of people's kid because
Nope.
there are a lot of white people
Like-
in this world.
Just pull up his face. Just click on a good picture of him, not a video.
No.
Oh, that's fine. You can plug that. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have this child on with Caleb. Caleb's gonna come up in the background here in a second. Right. So All right. Let's
Can't believe you ruined
see.
that sneeze. Do you want me to change the?
Nope.
Oh, you
You're
gotta
good.
move shit.
So
There you go.
that could be his child.
Let me.
There's other videos. Scroll through and just look at different videos. I mean, he's got the same actual glasses. Look,
Where would
the one
you-
on the left there, the one on the left on the maybe 3 or 4 down left.
With the hat and the hand up, or
Yeah,
what?
Well, the sunglasses. He's got one with sunglasses.
This one?
Yeah, it's absolutely. That's his kid. That's fucking his kid, right? Caleb, this is your kid. You left your kid in fucking
Where's he from?
who? Caleb?
No, the kid.
I don't know. We have to find out. I'm just saying, right? So I'm just saying.
Anyways,
Man,
I still
I love family connections.
I
like
still
bringing people
love
back
that this
together.
kid started off when there were like 1,000 kids, and his parents were like, "Keep growing your hair, it's fine."
Where was he from? Let's see. Does anybody know where he's
Jessica
from?
said, "Ha ha ha."
So Matthew said, search YouTube for my name's Big L and I hit dingers TikTok. What is that?
I
We'll
don't
have to
know.
find out what that is.
You should take a snapshot of that.
All right. Let's take a
you
picture
can
of
find
that
it.
so we don't fucking forget. We'll forget about it. Don't worry. Not anymore.
It still burns my throat so much. It's
Is your throat
ridiculous.
okay? Beth's still feeling.
I'm feeling better.
Yeah, because you're getting drunk.
Tylenol and
On a
whiskey
Wednesday.
have definitely.
It doesn't say
definitely
where he's
cured what
from.
ailed
Probably
me.
for his protection, which makes sense. You know what I mean? It's probably he looks like a Minnesota boy. I think maybe. I don't know. Right? It's the
Why do
kid
you-
from the Little League World
number
Series.
5.
Okay, we'll
Are
find
we
out.
skipping number 5?
Yeah, we're skipping. No,
Okay.
yeah, we're skipping
Okay.
5. Skipping 7. Dennis Rodman.
Oh, Dennis Rodman.
So Dennis Rodman's going over to save Brittany Griner.
He's going to be a hero.
Well, I think a lot of people know that he's trying because he's best friends with Kim Jong Un.
He doesn't say he's best friends. He just says he understands him.
When was the last time he was hanging out with Kim Jong?
It's been a while, but
It's been a while. It's been a while.
both of us.
Right. So
Oh, Aaron Lewis, always on our mind.
what
never
are
in
we
our
going to
hearts.
do with him?
I'm trying to find. Oh, Dennis Rodman. So Dennis Rodman feels that he could go to Russia and seek release for Brittany Griner.
What happens if he just gets thrown in prison?
That is the huge worry.
Right? So
So-
what happens if dumb nuts
He said on
worth
Saturday that he plans to
$500,000
visit
of his
Russia to seek the release of
$40
Brittany
million contract?
Griner. How do you say her last name? Griner.
Wiener?
Griner.
Brittany Wiener?
No, Brittany Wiener. You got wieners on the brain, babes. Brittany Griner, the WNBA star
his
who's
hot
sentenced to 9 years in prison on drug charges.
No, we know that.
I know.
Whatever. So
I got permission to go to Russia to help that girl out, Rodman told NBC. I'm trying to go this week.
okay.
So they're saying it's more likely going to hurt than help and could actually get himself in trouble, or at least that's what the Biden administration is saying. And because they're saying we've made significant offers to the Russians.
Yeah, they're trying to give back like fucking
Yeah.
crazy
Yeah,
people.
yeah. What'd they say? They actually put the name of the guy that was like wasn't he an arms dealer or something?
Yeah. No, he was he's called like the fucking
I'll
killer
find it
of
here in a
Russia.
second. But
Some
if
crazy
Rodman goes to
bullshit.
Russia, it won't be the first time he's conducted informal diplomacy with international leaders who has strained relations with U.S.
Yeah.
I almost said our
Because
company.
of-
It's so funny when I read that. I'm like,
Yeah, I know. It's like, yeah.
he has cultivated a relationship with North Korean leader over the past decade, making multiple visits to the Hermit Kingdom.
Yep, that's Kim Jong Un.
He called Russian President Vladimir Putin cool.
I'll check it.
So cool.
Shapes.
After a 2014 trip to Moscow. In 2018, he showed up on the sidelines of former President Trump, blah, 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 blah. And he credited himself with helping to secure the release of American Kenneth Bae from North Korea. Did you hear that part?
Yep.
And they said that on the news too. I'm like, did he really make that happen?
No.
But he credits himself with
Yep.
it. And the news said he credits himself. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
I can credit myself with being like, dude, we went to the fucking moon. Like, Greg, you were born in 1976, and we went to the moon in 1971
69.
or 69, whatever. And yeah,
I think it's 69.
whatever. So it doesn't fucking matter.
But here it is. The U.S. offered offer to Russia involved a swap of Griner and Whelan.
Is this
for
literally the same
imprison-
kid? Sorry. Hang on. Nope, you're good. Sorry.
For these two people for the imprisoned Russian arms dealer Viktor Bout.
Yeah. So that's the guy that's like the fucking, he's like the mass murderer guy. Because it's like, yeah, whatever.
But here's what's funny. Rodman, who was in Washington for a sneaker convention.
Yeah, because Jordan's cost a lot of money.
He goes to sneaker
The old school.
conventions.
Well,
Does
No,
not
he's signing them, right? Have you ever, do you know how much like sneakers go for?
a lot. I don't buy them.
Like, they can go for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Well, that's
For like,
to each their own. To each their own. But anyways, they were saying he doesn't need special permission from the U.S. to enter Russia, just a visa from Moscow, which I'm sure they'll give
Well,
him.
he's going to need fucking help getting out.
But here's the
probably.
thing: the State Department has issued a travel advisory that discourages Americans from visiting the country because
He's a
it's dangerous right now.
Yeah, he's an idiot. So we know that, right?
And
But-
they did tell him don't travel to Russia, but they can't make him not. He's not going to do anything. Here's what's going to happen. Here's what I say. He's going to go.
Yeah.
He's going to party his balls off. He's going to come home.
Do you think he's going to do a whole bunch of like Russian coke? Because that would be fucking ironic as shit.
I don't why
If like she got busted trying to
for
come
drugs and he's
for, like,
doing drugs.
some like little vape pen
Oil
oil things, which you can, by the way, you can go to like Colorado and get like
or California
50
or Phoenix.
billion milligrams of it and get stoned out of your brain.
Yeah. So
Or is he just going to do
he's going to
vodka?
go. He's
probably
just going to do
drink
vodka. Vodka.
Vodka.
Vodka.
That's what I would do. I would just get,
Well, because
I would get stoned.
we
on
know our
vodka.
Russian friends weren't interested in drugs. They were like,
They
vodka.
were like, we want vodka.
Vodka. Every 5
Please,
minutes, we do a shot of
Jesus
vodka.
Christ, Thanksgiving at a
Thanks.
fucking Russian family's house?
Yeah.
American Thanksgiving at an American Russian house was
I had to stop after
literally-
3 because I was driving us home the hour later.
it
Or
was
driving us
literally
home
one
for
of
the hour drive later.
drunkest Thanksgivings
Oh,
I've ever
I think
been.
even my dad was drunk.
Yeah. And we were like, oh my
No
God. I
more
can't believe it.
shots, but we
And they
couldn't
just
be
had-
rude.
And it was just these bottles. It was like water bottles.
It
full of
wasn't. I was
vodka.
like, it was just a plain bottle of
Plain
vodka,
bottle,
and
like-
they're like, "Shot to health,
and you're like, where
shot
the
to
fuck?
turkey,
Where, yeah.
shot to mashed
Where do you make
potatoes."
vodka?
And
I'm like, you have
can't
like
do
a
any more
potato
shots.
cask in your back.
I'm gonna have to
And, like-
drive us an hour home from this
And
location.
the fucked up
so-
part was,
my dad kept doing him though, and I was like,
no,
"Oh
I was gonna-
fuck!"
I don't want to offend anybody,
And that's
but I'm
what-
like,
I know that's why you did
like,
it because I told him I was driving.
Puff.
But
I'm like,
and
where
Sam's
the-
like, "You don't have to do it." I'm like, "We have to do it.
we don't want to offend.
We don't want to
And,
be
uh,
murdered later."
like-
Just kidding.
And his dad's like this super Russian guy.
5 foot Russian
Yeah,
dude
like
with all his tattoos
everywhere.
and
You're
everything. I'm
holy
like,
shit.
he's
You know, it was
fucking
just-
mobster.
Yeah,
He's a
it was
mobster.
awesome. So anyway,
But
we digress.
so I don't think he's gonna do anything
Russian
besides go party there.
Russian American Thanksgivings.
I think
find
he's
one.
gonna go
We'll do
and
it.
he's gonna go party there and he's gonna come back and be like, I did my best, but it was not fruitful.
Who's paying for it? Him?
Him.
Yeah. So he's
Wonder how much he can't be worth a whole lot.
not. I think I looked it up a little while ago, and I think it said
How
like
much?
$500,000.
Oh geez, no, fuck that.
You know what I mean? Like that's not a lot of money.
I mean, no.
Not a lot of money. Really, you really think about it. But you know, like they always say, like we talked about, like the other, like fucking what's his face? It's like a
Dennis
$500,000
Rodman's net worth.
That's
Everyone talks to me like
internet,
this.
right.
Oh.
What's it say?
Hold on, I'm looking.
I don't know. I was
He
gonna
lives
say
in
something.
South Florida now.
Yeah, I want to move to South Florida too. I want to move
Mm-mm.
right. No, well, I mean,
Mm-mm.
if we can't have a house in Guatemala,
We're gonna have a house in Guatemala. We're gonna have a house in Wyoming.
you know, it'd be awesome if we could bring your dad down to Guatemala,
that would be fun.
like in the next year. It'd be like,
I
hey,
think
dude,
it
where should
might
we live?
exhaust him though. No, I told you where I want to live.
Well, I don't
and-
know. I've never been there.
And fucking Tigua.
Uvalde, Pete, Redondo, not a what the fuck
I'm sorry, what?
in the news,
Bless you.
y'all. I don't know what you're saying, Chris, but there was somebody made a comment. I got to go back and try and find it because I was like, that's totally on me. It was totally
How
it was
he
good.
lost his NBA earnings plus how
It was coming to
And he's lost millions, huh?
I don't remember what it was.
Keep
Sorry,
looking.
there
That's
was-
fine. I'll
there
keep
was-
talking.
No, it's okay.
One of the more unusual lives of an NBA player. I mean, he wore a
That's
wedding
okay. Don't worry about
dress.
it. Yeah, no.
I'm trying to see if it tells me what he's worth.
Don't worry about this right now.
I know,
We're
but
gonna save
it's
Artemis 1 for
okay.
Friday's show
fine.
because it's kind of a cool Artemis 1. Fuck it, let's talk about it because I think it's happening pretty quick here, right?
It's happening on Monday.
Yeah. So Artemis 1 is the new rocket,
Right.
that NASA's putting up, but that's not a fucking space. Is it a space?
No, it's not SpaceX.
Okay.
No, it's a NASA
It's pure
rocket.
NASA.
And it's NASA's first Artemis mission to the moon is a go for launch. So this week they figured out they're ready to launch.
Nice.
They're hoping to launch on Monday.
Okay.
They've got though, like there's a 2-hour window that starts at 8:33 that Eastern Daylight Time that they'll be able to launch. The historic mission is the first of NASA's Artemis program that aims to return astronauts to the moon.
Okay.
Will lift off from pad 36B at Kennedy Space Center, which was the first flight of the Space Launch Center. It will be the first launch of the Space Launch Center. Yeah, but this is the thing. So this was the launch center that was used for the old shuttles.
Okay.
So it's kind of cool that they're using this again. Here's the cool things about it. So it's going to be like a 42-day mission to circle the moon.
Nice.
And so here's where I figure out that I'm very, very naive to real world stuff, because I was like, it takes that long to get to the moon? Because it's right there.
I mean, no.
It's right there.
So it takes
a week to get to the moon orbit.
It doesn't.
It's what this thing said.
No. So it's not, you can't just blast straight to it. Like back in the day, it was a 3-day mission.
This says it takes a week.
Their time.
No, it's a 40-day mission. It's a week to get there.
Down.
I think it's like 30 days to travel around and then another week to get home.
Artemis is an unmanned
It
mission.
is unmanned.
That's why they're not going straight to the moon.
Well, because they're going to run tests. They've got what they call them. They call them.
We can literally go straight to the moon.
Okay, so I'm not crazy in thinking that it should be that easy.
We can literally go straight to the moon, and I actually read that because I was like, "What the fuck are they talking about?" You know what I mean?
They're calling them.
I'm trying to find my A10.
Oh, they're calling them. They have Moonican mannequins on this ship.
So it's
that
basically
are covered with sensors to measure the effect of vibration and space radiation on the human body.
Right.
So they've got like.
Sorry if you saw a little bit of black spot there.
They've got 10 small CubeSats, which will be deployed.
So this is the idea. So they're also going to fly like 40,000 miles or something beyond the far side of the moon, which is one of the farthest
I've got a picture of it.
Test runs.
Oh, because they're pushing it to the limits. They said they're trying to
manned.
They're trying to push it to the limits to figure out where it gives. So before they put humans on it, they figure out where the weaknesses are,
which is very interesting. Right, because I just saw, I don't remember her name, the original programmer of the, I think it was the Apollo 12 or whatever it was. She was standing next to her programming books. There was like, literally like, she was like, say she was my height, right?
Right.
And their books were like this tall.
Oh, bigger than her.
Next to her.
Right.
It's very amazing. Like she was
that fucking smart.
Well, no, she's the one that made Apollo happen, like landing on the moon fucking happen. It wasn't the guys that were in fucking that saved them and all that. It was like they would never even have got there. And some of you guys will know her name. I just can't remember it right off the top of my head. But it was like one of those kind of situations. And of course, my mic just fucked up.
So they're saying that. Sorry, let me see if I can find it. They have 3 chances to launch Artemis 1 in the current flight window, which opens on the 29th.
Yep.
Backup days are September 2nd and September 5th, which I guess there's a certain window based on predicted weather.
Yeah, it's because there's always weather windows, right?
So here's the thing. So this one will have, like I said, the mannequins to try to get that. They're trying to push it to the limits to make sure that everything's working before they put humans on, which I think is smart. So that they can be.
I think everybody should just like
Here's the
trust
thing that
Elon
I
and
thought
be
was
like,
kind of, it doesn't say this in the article. It said this, the article, it does say it in the news piece that I watched, that they are doing this so that they can have a landing with a crew is targeted for 2025. And they want to have their first woman and their first African American on that landing. I just don't understand why it's got to be gender or race. How about who's best?
How about the
to,
best people to land that fucking thing?
That's what I'm thinking. I get the woman part, but it could be any woman of any race.
Jesus Christ.
They're trying to figure out the because we want to eventually
let's
populate other locations, right? But they want to see what happens. They want to see what happens to the women's reproductive organs.
Are you having babies? Because we were just told by NASA like fucking last week that you're not allowed to jerk off in space.
Yeah,
because
keep dreaming.
A woman could actually get pregnant. They literally released that.
How? Like she didn't see the semen coming at her?
Just fucking.
She didn't see the semen? She didn't see the semen?
She's going to bump into it. And
she'll be like, oh, let me open my mouth.
Baby batter flying around.
Let me open my vagina.
Fucking, are you?
But they are. I understand that piece of it because they want to understand the reproductive percussion.
I understand male
on the body.
Plenty of women have been in space.
That's the thing. Plenty of women and plenty of different races.
African Americans, fucking Indians.
Plenty of races have been. I don't understand. We've got to go
wokeism.
Gender and ethnicity.
Okay,
but
so
whatever.
Let's just send a trans woman into space and make sure that they can have a baby.
So they do have 13 candidate sites of where they will eventually land this 2025 shuttle. I'm like, how do you have 13 sites already?
There's no balls in NASA anymore.
Well, here's what I think. I think they're trying to keep up with SpaceX.
Like, just crash that bitch on there. It's kind of like, remember when we learned how to like off-road? We're like, we're just going to fucking figure it out.
Yeah.
Let's just fucking go. We had a Jeep. We're like,
we might scrape bottom. We might not. We got the bottoms on. We got the protection.
This thing costs a lot of money. And we're like,
yeah,
chance we're willing to take, motherfucker. Right?
We bought the shit that we could break, that we wouldn't break when we tried to break it on purpose.
And even if we broke it, we were like, risk we're willing to take, because we were going down capital staircase and we were doing lots of crazy shit. But no, NASA, who's backed by the U.S.
Here's what I think. I think they're under pressure to try to keep up with like
Colombia and fucking.
I think they're trying to keep up with all the independent.
They can't.
Companies that are like, we're going to be there next year.
Fuck all of them.
Or we're going to take civilians.
There's no other ones.
No,
NASA can't do it.
Wait, hold on.
NASA
what do you mean?
Can't do it. NASA can't keep up with.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think they're trying to make Artemis 1
look cool.
A huge deal because it allows them to try to keep up with.
Nobody owns the moon.
No. And here's the thing: private companies and
go land on that.
Privatization allows people. Privatization allows people who have exorbitant amount of funds to be like, I want to do this. No, I agree.
Let them. It's called capitalism.
But I think that's why they're trying to be woke. I think that's why they're trying to be woke. They're like, we may not be these people. We may not be this people, but look how woke we are, because here's what we're going to do. What do you guys think?
Would you guys?
And maybe we're not wrong.
No, because we don't have kids, but my great nieces and nephews and ours, maybe they get to go.
Just because there's baby bladder flying around?
Yes. If you're jerking off in space, it's baby bladder.
But what if you use the pee thing to suck it while you jerking off?
That's called a fleshlight.
But no, you're not putting your thing in the vacuum.
I think you kind of have to.
Well, don't you put your thing in the vacuum when you pee?
I have no idea. Couldn't it be dual purpose?
So couldn't you just put it on the very tip and then you don't have baby batter?
It does everything at once, and you're just like, it takes me 5 minutes, and now I'm satiated.
You can pee and come at the same time? No, I was like, I'm very confused. No.
I think that's actually.
I mean, you should hopefully. I don't have to.
It's the same thing as a girl squirting.
That's gross, and it's not
Isn't
real.
It?
Squirting is peeing. Just so you know.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not the same thing.
Artemis 1 crew launch will cost $5 billion, is what Chris says.
Everything's $5 billion nowadays. It used to be 50,000. Now it's $5 billion.
DJ said piddle pack. Piddle pack. Yes. When I worked at SpaceX, Elon said a Starship launch will become some routine. that it would be less than 10 million per reusable launch. I agree, especially because those people have been smart enough to get the rocket back.
Right. So
That's a huge cost fucking savings.
but no, like SpaceX and NASA are coordinated. Like they are 100% coordinated.
I'm not saying SpaceX. That's the military. I'm talking about privatization. Like Elon Musk's company.
That's
What's
SpaceX.
it called? Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that burns so bad.
It's SpaceX. They are absolutely.
Oh no, I'm thinking of the Space Air Force, the Space
Space Force.
Space Force.
Da-da-da-da.
There are
fucking 12-year-olds that run that thing.
but there are starting to be,
Like I've got a
what do you call it when you have their bases starting to,
Force
they're
uniform.
starting to,
Her niece. She's probably.
she does not have a Space Force
I'm
uniform.
pretty sure she.
But anyways, so instead of, the guy was talking, he's like, instead of AFB, it's SXB, SpaceX Base. They're turning in their own bases now.
Fuck all of them. What's your feel good for today?
Private industry beats government every time. Absolutely.
Hell,
DJ.
100%, man. Like,
They're smarter.
remember-
They're more
okay, so
cost
this is the
efficient. They're more
difference.
effective.
remember the Hummer? Like the
Where it's
original
real.
Humvee?
Yeah,
And then you
they
give it
are, but it's just
to
P.
the guy-
There was a
to
study.
American.
I'll share the article with
whatever,
you.
Not Americans, but like to General Motors, and they make it better.
Oh yeah,
then-
SpaceX, Space
right.
Force. Yes, Chris, you're right.
And then it's like giving the original Jeep
Allison's on.
design, and then you have actual Jeep turn into a company. Now it's an amazing company, right? I'm just saying.
I'm sorry, I was reading. Huh?
It's all good. Nonetheless. What's
Gigi
your
was
feel
talking
good?
about her puppies. My feel good is really.
Oh, that's what it was. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Gigi, the picture I saw of your daughter with her puppy getting on
the bus.
the bus was amazing. And I
Yes,
loved it. And
I agree.
Thank you. I was trying to think. I was like, it was Gigi, and I couldn't remember what it was.
I'm fucking brilliant
Yes.
for you.
But Gigi, thank you. That was awesome.
So mine is going
Cheers.
the extra mile for kids in foster care. So these two twins who grew up in foster care, and of course it didn't pull up the right article, so I'm gonna kind of ad lib a little, but they are walking in 20 miles in all 50 states
Okay.
to raise awareness and funds for foster kids.
It's awesome.
It is awesome because they were in the foster care, which they say from experience is broken. They were in the foster care until they were 8 years old, when they luckily both got adopted by the same family. One of the two twins had chose a rougher path in life. Like he chose drugs and alcohol and was like a partier, and
Okay.
his family kind of disassociated with him for a little while until he hit about 23, and he realized that there was more to life than just getting high and sex, is what he said. So he went to college. They both have degrees. They both started working, and they both decided together, because there is an issue with foster, right? Like people either want babies. People just want babies, which is sad.
A lot of people don't want like a 13-year-old.
Well, here's the thing. So
I mean, I
I
don't
had
know why.
somebody
I mean-
tell me, this is what's sad. One time when you and I were talking about fostering, somebody said, you don't want to foster. You have no idea the problems those older kids come with.
But I have a friend from work, and dude, guy's a saint. He and his wife, I can't say him, and they've got 3 of their own, and they've fostered like, I don't know, 8 or 10 kids.
Okay.
And the last 2 that they had were like
Troublesome.
7 to 10 range, something like that. And by the time they were done, and they like their mom had some issues, and so, like it was just one of those situations, right?
Very, very common.
But it was for like 9 months.
that they kept those two
They
kids.
kept those 2 kids, right?
And were they
The mom
problematic, or the mom?
I mean,
was-
they were, but they eventually got into the rhythm.
they
of,
figure
like,
out love,
they got
and
into
you're
a
like, no
rhythm
matter
of,
how
like,
mad no
a
matter how mad
family.
I make you, you're still gonna love
got
me.
into
As
a
the
rhythm
thing.
of a family,
Right.
Which was amazing, right? And he would give us like, dude, he's like this. Today sucks. Tomorrow will be better. You know what I
Right.
mean? And that's the way you have to be with it, because, and even his kids would be like,
They're
you know,
being shitheads without calling them shitheads.
No, just like everybody would feel it, and they would try and help, and they talk to their kids ahead of time, like, we have these kids, this is the situation, this is what we have to do to help them, right? And that was the amazing part of that. That's also amazing.
So here's what's
parenting.
crazy. Sometimes I still think we should foster a child, but then I see
Like, can they
one of my
edit
one of my
fucking-
besties go through what her insanity is with her real kids, and I'm like, how?
Yeah, no, like I'm all for.
How?
I mean, no, if it really came down to it, then goddamn right, yeah. We
Well,
would do
and
it.
there's a lot of kids, and unfortunately, older kids get passed over. These guys were lucky that they got adopted when they were 8 years old. And so they decided that there was some awareness that was needed for older foster kids. So that's when they decided to walk 20 miles in every 50 states. And they said some states easier than others.
So they
Hello.
just did 20 miles in
20
each
miles
state.
in each state.
That's fucking rad.
For raising money.
Yeah.
And here they're like, it sounds stupid to say it's only 20 miles, but when you're in a state with 80% humidity,
It's almost a fucking marathon. 26.2 miles is a
but
marathon.
think about humidity. 20 miles in humidity. Like, could
And
you
if you're doing
imagine
it in one
today?
day,
No,
yeah.
it's 20 miles a day in each state. They give themselves a break and
Yeah,
they
that's
travel.
fine. Yeah,
But I
great.
just thought it was super. I'm going to show you a picture of them if it lets me come
absolutely.
up. I just loved
fixed
that
those
it.
No, absolutely. I mean, because it's like, again, going back to my friend from work, it's he's had multiple age ranges. He's had little ones.
So they've always fostered.
For like the past 10 years. He's
Wow.
military.
Okay,
He's
hold
prior
on.
military. He's worked at the firm, at the company.
Turn it on. These guys are twins, which I think is really cute too.
He's
Is it
worked
on?
at the firm for quite a few years.
So these are the brothers.
Which one's taller?
Nope, they're
He's
they're
taller.
twins.
No, there's a taller twin.
Oh,
He's maybe sitting
he's on the
side.
grass.
He's
yeah.
on the edge.
So they're
Like,
walking.
It would suck to be the shorter twin.
They're like literally the exact same size, round and round.
It's awesome.
So these guys are 20 miles in 50 states to raise awareness.
Do they have
and,
a GoFundMe or something?
I can look. I don't remember seeing one,
It'd be cool if they had a
but
GoFundMe.
let me look real quick while you do your feel good, bro.
My feel good is fucking everybody started tuning into the Castro Files. Thank you so much. That was literally one of our biggest shows, and we weren't expecting it.
No.
It's absolutely one of our biggest shows, and it was episode 1, right? And check it out, Castro Files on YouTube, right? There's
You
not
guys,
a lot out there,
he
but
was so
everybody hit-
excited. It was so cute. You
I
came
was
in running like you were
super
12
excited.
years.
I was
Oh
like,
my
holy shit.
gosh.
Like, so again, it's just for fun. We love doing scary shit like that.
That's
like
our thing.
Talking about
I'm glad we decided to put
we do
it
this
into
every night.
something.
Like, well, for a long time, like forever, I still do it. Like, I fall asleep anytime we start like a ghost
Oh,
adventures.
no, you do.
Well, anytime I have to lay down.
I've gotten over
Or
you
sit down
falling
on the
asleep,
couch,
and
I
I
fall
still
asleep.
watch it. And I'm like, you should watch
But I
this
love
one.
it.
It had really creepy shit in it.
And it was-
Or I say, you didn't miss much.
And it's funny because like we watched Jack Osborne's show and stuff like that, right? And he was just on Drinking Bros, and
And it was funny because they were saying, if
Dan
it's
was like,
really
"Hey,
haunted,
yeah.
let us talk to Jack. I'm like, it's not worth it for Jack to go to that whatsoever. Nope.
But at least no, I think maybe that little town could be
The town could be not the
not the
hotel, we stayed
but
at.
maybe the Phoenix Saloon.
Phoenix Saloon, or
As a
there's a couple
starting-
other
as
places.
a kickoff point. But no, it really was. It was just cool. Thank you all for kind of tuning into that. It was unsuspected, and it wasn't a live show. It was a premiere show.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
And we
if,
had
like,
fun. Like finding the stories and talking through them was fun for us.
Yeah.
You made me.
You made it more of a challenge.
You made
for
me
us,
do
too.
the intro, and I was very uncomfortable.
What'd you guys think of the intro?
I was very
You're gonna get better.
uncomfortable.
So it's just like kicking off any new show, right? Like I normally kick
not
off
a
this
good.
show.
I mean, I'm not a
You'll
good
get
public
better.
speaker. I don't know how
You'll
I
get
do this
better.
well, but
She's good.
it's because I like
She has
you
over
so
200
much.
views. Exactly. So it's fucking rad. So thank you guys so much.
Yes, thank you for supporting us.
All
We
right.
appreciate
So
it.
couple quick entertainment things. Untold. I watched the girlfriend who didn't exist.
Oh.
This is the Manti Deo.
She wasn't in. She didn't get jailed or anything because she was on that show. I noticed
Nope.
as a
She was
in her.
So this is the Manti Teo, I think, catfishing story.
Yeah.
Go watch, dude. It's 2 episodes, and I was like, oh my shit.
I'm gonna add one in
I
here.
can absolutely feel for him. You're like, the guy, he did, I think, God damn, it's like long distance relationships are always tough.
Here's the thing:
Especially-
you
this is-
usually
this is
meet
10
somebody
this-
and
on a
then
second.
do a long
This
distance
is
relationship,
10 years ago,
right?
when the internet kind of started. Right?
No,
Like,
10 years. Internet
no, like-
started fucking 10 years ago.
well,
Come on,
Instagram.
rephrase that.
There was no.
Maybe dating sites.
Hang on a second. There was no like. There was. I don't think. I mean, we've been married for a long time, but there wasn't a lot of. Maybe it was 12 years ago. There wasn't a lot of like hookup sites and stuff like that. There's plenty of fish.
There was
on
the
that.
right left swipey thing. I'm gonna call bullshit on that.
But
it might have been
He had never heard
nativity
of
on his part
catfishing, right?
because he was
Maybe he was
closed off for
naive.
football. He
Go
was
check it out for yourself.
anyway. So but she
And-
didn't get in any trouble because she was on there.
No.
And
Go
at the
check it out.
time of the deception, she was a he.
Yeah.
Yes. The other thing though was the House of Dragon. We watched the first
Oh, that's right.
episode of House
Fuck, I
of
forgot about
Dragon.
that.
Did anybody watch that first episode? So Greg was telling me today that
There was like
there
a video.
was a video of, was it New York?
I don't know. It was just
Or
like
a
huge
location.
apartment complex
Probably if it
building.
was stateside, it was New York. And
Everybody's
everybody was
window,
watching
like,
it, and all their shades and colors changed at the same time, which
meaning
meant
like everybody had their lights
and
off.
Chris
and their
said House
TVs
of
were,
Dragon was good.
It was good. Yeah, absolutely. So go check out The Girlfriend Who Didn't Exist.
And House of Dragons.
Dragon.
And you was like, babe, because I several times got up and paced at night because I'm like, I can't handle the gore.
Brutality is
The brutality, that's good. That's a good way. The brutality gets to me
but
a
it
little
wasn't
bit.
like it wasn't as bad as like.
I'm sure it's probably going to get worse. But, and you were like,
hey,
I don't know.
Hey.
Hold
The
on,
first
I'm saying
episode
something.
of Game of Thrones was literally like incest. And that's where you and I were
dropped off.
That's why we never watched it. I didn't watch it for
I still haven't watched. I watched the first season.
And
I need
was
to
like,
probably
what
keep
in
going.
the actual
but,
fuck did we turn
and my
on?
big question was like, do I have to watch this? You were like, no, you
Nope.
don't.
It's
But
absolutely
you were
fine.
worried. You're like, babe, there's going to be this brutality probably every show, and I was like, that's fine because it's only an hour a
Somebody gets
week.
her head smashed.
I know,
in
but
with
it's an hour a week. I can handle an hour a week. When I tried to start watching the other show on
We're not gonna
Stars,
give any giveaways away, but
when
it
I
was
started
good.
watching those show on Stars, I was trying to catch up. So I was watching like 5 shows of brutality. And I was like, I can't do it. I'm so anxious right now. I might need to like run a fucking marathon. So I think I can, as long as you're cool with me piecing,
Well, it's only
getting
once a week.
up,
So it's once a
peeing,
week.
getting some
Okay.
water, taking the dogs
Night,
outside.
Allison. See you later. You don't, dude. Allison, do you even have a job?
Gregory
Just kidding.
Lamontagne.
You know me. I love you.
She didn't call
We're-
you the fuck out,
We're
bitch.
fam.
I know.
And then lastly,
why she has
this
to go to
new
bed.
show I found on Netflix. It's called
Sounds so
Cleo.
weird.
So she's an assassin from East Germany, the bad part of
It's in the
the
80s.
bad side of Germany, before the Berlin Wall. The Berlin Wall falls.
Are they wearing 80s
She's-
gear?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Is
It's
it
all
80s?
Cars are 80s. Everything's
That's
80s.
so awesome.
Like, and she gets imprisoned as an
Assassin.
assassin, but a political prisoner on her own side for treason, right? So anyway, check it out. It's pretty interesting. It's quirky. It's everything else. I watched all 8 of them in the past like 3 days. They're like 40 minutes long. They're pretty quick. But it's pretty good. And then there's an alien situation in it. And you're like,
ALW.
what in
why'd
the
you
actual
write that?
fuck? What?
I'm sorry. I just they were talking about kids, and I was like, I'm sorry, ALW. So I scrolled up and I read.
What
her.
happened? I'm sorry.
She said she had a premature birth to identical twins, so she would have had 5 kids. But
Oh,
she
that
says
sucks.
God had a different plan for us, which is
Yep.
totally true.
My grandmother
Um,
had 2 sets of twins.
Your mom's mom?
My mom's mom back in the day.
Fucking, that's where Joe
And
gets
then
it from.
she had 5 more kids.
Oh,
after that.
wait, she had 2 sets of twins that passed, so she would have had like 9 kids.
9 kids. Yeah. My
Oh,
brother
her
had 2
poor
sets.
vagina. I mean, come on. And that's where your brother gets it from. Thank God we didn't have children, because probably
My brother has 2 sets. My brother has 5 kids with
2
3
sets of
women.
twins with 2 baby mamas and then
3
one individual. I mean,
Yes, the Assassin Show. It's called Cleo, Kleo, on Netflix.
And so
It is
here's what's
very,
funny.
very East Russian, but there's a purpose. You'll see.
He does the dub over, which I love to watch from a distance for a few minutes because it's almost like watching those old Japanese movies.
I don't.
They watch the old
speak
Japanese
German.
movies where they're like, "Da, da, 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 da," and they're like, he said, but their mouths been moving the whole time. That is exactly what I saw the other day. I was like, what are you watching?
Yeah. So ALW, hugs, kisses. We love you. Everything else.
Oh, they're buried at the foot of her grandmother's
What?
grandmother. Oh.
What?
She said they're buried at the foot of my grandmother, so I know they're safe till I reunite with them.
That's awesome.
Listen, I'm going to cry. I hate crying.
See, that's part of this community.
Me neither.
If you come out to the Bar is Open, it literally is. So, okay, I'm going to give you a real quick synopsis of the Bar is Open if you haven't been here before. There's a lot of new people that are starting to follow the show. So the idea is that literally we are just hanging out at the bar. We're hanging out. Beth and I try and bring some fun fucking stories. It's stories that we would otherwise, it's like, hey, did you hear about that?
We try not to get too political every once in a while we'll be like, I got a fucking soapbox.
But the idea is that the chat is just like a lot of other chats, right? It's you guys are all close.
I love seeing
We're close to you guys. And I'll call out some things maybe too personal, and maybe we went a little too personal.
No, it's okay.
But it really comes down to creating a community. And I swear to God, if I see anybody that's being a dick, I will kick you out, and you'll never get the fuck back.
You're
in.
allowed to be. It's a safe fucking space.
Well, no, I hate that word.
But it is a safe space, with no judgment.
Yeah,
or you can say whatever you say.
As the drinking bros say, don't be a cunt.
I'm gonna be like, don't be a dick.
Same fucking thing. Cunt.
Don't be a D and C.
Cunt can be used anywhere, right? It's kind of like the European, the
version of the fag, and it's a cigarette.
No.
A fag is a cigarette.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. Cunt is just like you're an asshole, right? Don't be an asshole.
Cunt universally is a way more wicked word than asshole. I'm just saying they may use it like it's an asshole.
Can you Google it for me? Not tonight. Maybe when you're just in bed reading.
I'm going to Google the word cunt, and then I'm going to put it on the Bars Open site, and you're going to be like, holy fuck.
Will you do that? No, you won't. Will you actually do that?
On the Bars Open? I'll give it to you because I don't have Bars Open administrative access.
There's a reason.
Cunt, a woman's genitalia.
Look up British meaning of cunt. We're going to get fired just for...
Your mouth?
No, you said it just as much as me. In fact, I'm going to finish this.
Nope. I'm the one who's sick. All right, fine, whatever. British.
Give me your glass, kiddo.
No, you
give
didn't leave me enough.
Give me. There's plenty.
Brit. Oh, fingers work.
Beth, there you go, baby.
British definition
of cunt. What do you guys? What's your definitions?
What is wrong with my iPad?
We're just running late tonight, so if you guys need to go to bed,
our food's in the oven, so we probably need to go to.
Do you know how to type? You're typing like your dad.
No, it's because I had it plugged in. It's super sensitive now.
You're typing like your dad.
Go for it.
You're typing like your dad.
Type it.
I can just look it up.
Show me how it's right.
I just pull up another goddamn webpage. Are you typing like your dad?
No, it's.
Were you? Oh my god. Oh,
face plant. Perfect.
The British Museum version definition of cunt. Anybody got it yet?
Some lemon and honey.
An offensive word for a very unpleasant or stupid person.
Well, just because it means that in Britain doesn't.
I love it.
Does it because it means that in Britain doesn't mean it means that for me in America. America means my vajayjay. Somebody said put some honey and lemon.
In your vagina.
Yes, in my vagina. God bless America. That would be so
It's gonna
bad.
be a long night,
Oh,
guys.
no. Womb Raider
We love you.
said lemon and honey. That's
Lemon
for
and
your lady,
honey.
Mr. Greg. So we do that. Lemon and honey with a little bit of thieves because it's antibacterial with hot
absolutely.
water. But
You guys haven't
taking the
seen
boys to the bus
this.
stop and football practice tomorrow morning. Okay.
Who said it?
Chris and DJ said daughter's still doing homework. So I'm here for now. Oh, still doing homework? In Texas, they get to finish their homework in class.
I don't. Well, that was
No,
one
because
kid you
I
talked
asked.
to.
No, I asked Celine for both her girls, and neither of them have had homework.
Mm.
I don't know.
I always had homework. All right,
Gigi,
so
how long has your
so-called.
kid been in school
All
already?
right, today is the Pompeii Masturbator Day. You know why? Because
Can you smell the
Mount
oven?
Vesuvius erupted in year 79 today. So this poor.
I love that
bloke-
year 79 is known.
It's actually like 0102.
Well, it's before Christ and after Christ. So it'd be
Thank
year
you for
79 after
AD.
Christ. After death. Yes.
You learn something in church
Bible
school.
study?
Church school. So at first glance, the
More than your
unfortunate.
Catholic ass
Okay, so
did.
do you actually think he's jerking off?
No. I think he's covering his shit because he didn't think he was going to
He's like,
die
"Ah!"
and he didn't want it to
Michael
burn.
Jackson,
No, I think he was like, I mean, maybe in
Nope.
his head he was like,
What
I'm gonna, I may as well,
you want me to?
I may as
ruin
well-
everybody's-
I may as well feel good these last few seconds of life and rub my dinghy.
I don't think that was it.
No, what do you think it is?
I think it was actually the scientific reason. I mean, everybody wants to say this is him probably tossing off, right? But it's not. At first glance, the unfortunate individual pictured above would very much appear to be cleaning his personal rifle in the midst of an eruption of Mount Vesuvius many years ago. Hell, even on the 15th glance, it still looks like he's jerking off.
Say it again because I was reading. So what's the real thought?
We haven't gotten there yet.
Oh,
So, this is called Masturbation Man in Twitter. Masturbation Man Pompeii 79C. But
they really call him Masturbation Man?
no,
Oh, good gravy.
that's just what Twitter calls it.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So, Pompeii Masturbator actually, masturbating. Was he actually
CCD glasses. If
So
you're
it was even
Catholic.
in Pompeii. He was absolutely in Pompeii. The individual in the photo is an adult man killed by a hot pyroclastic surge, hot gas and ash cloud, which killed most of the population living around Mount Vesuvius, with both hands and arms flexed due to the heat. So literally,
Yeah, like he just, as the heat
He
happened,
read-
he went,
and he
Yeah.
tensed up, right?
can't even
Which is like-
imagine how
was-
horrible that must have been.
So
I mean, hopefully it was fast.
I hope so.
Because they say, what is it? After like
Dude,
30
you wanna
seconds,
hear-
your
You
nerves.
want to hear something fucking crazy?
No.
There's one of a dog.
No.
It's-
No.
Like,
no.
The
no,
worst.
no,
Okay,
no,
we're
no,
good.
no,
We're good.
no,
I won't
no,
say
no,
anything
no,
else
no.
about the dog.
Don't
I won't
freak
say
me
anything
out,
else
'cause
about
I'll
the dog.
get sad.
But you feel less sorry for the dude jerking off
Then you do the
would
dog.
for the dog that was like looks like he's just laying upside down.
Stop. I
like
don't want to
playing with his tail.
hear. Oh.
That's what he looks. He just gets
Puppies.
frozen in time upside down. It looks like Mickey doing his back scratch, and you're like, motherfucker, but you care. As soon as I said that, you care less about this motherfucker.
No, I don't care less
Not-
about
I'm
him.
not saying you as a human.
I care
more about the dog.
exponentially a little bit more about the dog because I'm a
Right?
dog person.
So, 79 AD, Mount
Way to call me
Vesuvius
out as
went
a
off.
dick, babe.
God damn it, you're an asshole, and the masturbator heard you. You know what? Thank you all. Check out the Castro files. It'll be coming out on Sunday. We'll be back on
First one's out
Friday.
there.
First one's
Check
out
it
there
out.
already. Go check it out. We'll be back on Friday. Thank you all. We love you guys so much. Appreciate everybody tuning in. All you guys chatting with us, hanging out. Go ahead to the like and subscribe button out on YouTube and Spotify, rather. Like where that? Or no, iTunes and Spotify, and then give us a little bump on the.
Hey, can you take that
thumbs up.
picture down?
Oh no,
Yeah.
I was kind of keeping it up there. Like, how often do you get to see the masturbator?
Take it down.
The masturbator.
All right. Love you guys.
Man. Cheers. We'll catch you guys.
Have a great rest of the week. We'll see you on Friday night.
Later.
Bye.